Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Grow Up Podcast. I am joined today by Mr. Joshua Shepard. Or do you want to be introduced as Joshua? Well, it's too late. Josh Shepard, my little brother.
Hey, it's good to be here. Joshua, Joe.
Lead singer of the fictional band Chapapas.
Yeah, also guitarist and keyboardist.
Yeah.
And
co-owner of Splinters, the business.
Yeah, it's doing well over there.
You are a busy man.
Yeah, I'm also, writer, actor.
Actor?
Filmographer.
That's new. I know you write, but when do you have time to get in front of the camera?
Bookseller.
Well, bookseller.
Director. Professional athlete.
What sport do you play? Baseball to the basketball hoop? Did you ever make that?
Street hockey.
Street hockey.
Yeah.
I can't see you as a street hockey player or an indoor hockey player.
I got really good elbows for it.
Does hockey have to have good elbows?
Yeah, you got to be able to throw them.
You throw elbows?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a hockey game. Oh, I lie. I've been to one Stars game.
Did anybody get put in the box?
I don't remember. It was like one of me and Zach's first dates, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're distracted.
I was just busy, being in love and all those good things.
Gross.
Yeah. So how was Dallas today?
It was good.
Where'd you go?
I went to the bookstore to buy some books.
Because you work at a bookstore, so on your days off, it's natural that you go to a bookstore.
I go to bookstores that have the books that my bookstore doesn't have.
What books did you buy today? What are you reading? What's on Josh's reading list for this week?
Well, right now I'm reading a long book, so that's just the same book that I've been reading. It's called The Wolves of Eternity.
The Wolves of Eternity, which takes eternity to read.
It's like 800 pages.
What's
It'll
about?
take me another 3 weeks.
Wolves? Dances with wolves?
No, it's about this guy. He's over in Norway because the writer's Norwegian.
Huh, okay.
And he's just living.
How many books a week do you read?
Depends on the length of the book. If it's like a 300-page book, then I could probably do 2 or 3 in a week. But if it's one of these longer ones, then it takes me a week or so.
A whole week to read a book. You slacker.
I'm on book 70 this year.
Nice. Oh, I don't mind the pecans falling outside my house. They're really loud.
Cannon there.
They're really loud on the tin roof. I've read... Okay, now I gotta go look up how many books I've read. How many books have you written? Are you done with your book yet?
The first one that I wrote, that was like 125 pages after I got to that draft.
Did you ever go back and edit it or anything?
Well, I did a second draft. I didn't like it very much, so now I'm writing a new book.
So you said, forget it, all that time and effort, and I am done. I can't find this year's books. I've read a lot of books, too. Only like 25.
Yeah.
Apparently. We are not under fire. Pecans. Okay, so today... Okay, for people who don't know, because I haven't talked about my family too much. Josh, my youngest brother Josh, makes me laugh more than anybody else probably on the planet, so we're a good time. But I just want it to be known to the public that my Nana thinks I'm funnier.
She doesn't think I'm funny at all. She never understands my jokes.
She thinks we're funny together.
Yeah, but
all the credit goes to me.
Yeah.
I love it. She's like, Alyssa, you are hilarious. And I'm like laughing at you.
She said that one time when I said a joke and Alyssa was laughing and she's like, Alyssa, you are the funniest person. I'm like, I'm the one that said the joke.
She thinks I'm really funny.
All she ever tells me every time she sees me is that I look like a woman with my hair.
Oh.
Every time.
Your hair's not even long right now. She hasn't seen you in a while.
Every time she sees me, my hair's long.
Well, every time she sees me, she asks why my hair is not blonde. I just wish you were blonde. So...
She just wishes I would cut my hair, apparently.
Well, maybe if we both cut our hair and dyed it blonde.
I'm not cutting or dyeing. I'm going to grow it out.
You always say that.
This time is the time. I had it grown out once.
When's the last time you had a haircut? Oh, this is one of my questions. Look. Okay, so I've got random questions for you today, and I just want to, spitfire. Okay. One of them is, what is your current haircut situation?
I'm growing it out, which is every time right after I cut it.
I'm never cutting it again.
I got a haircut. It was right before I started back at half price, so it was like the beginning of August. So it's been like 2.5 months.
Okay, I like it right now. That's my favorite Josh hair. Yeah, slightly fluffy, not over.
It's very fluffy right now today. I don't know why.
It's this cool fall weather that Texas is kind of giving us. Other people's answers to what is your current haircut situation. Ready? Bob Ross is proud of me. Never cutting my hair. You.
Yep.
Really long down to my butt. Need one badly. Look like my dad. Fresh as hell. I'm not getting a haircut at the moment.
That sounds like me.
Yeah. Okay.
Not down to my butt though.
That's my goal. But my hair has grown more in the last year than it has in like my entire life.
Yeah.
You can't tell right now because it's in little buns, but it's long.
It used to be dead.
Mine?
That's what you said.
Well,
you said it would never grow.
My tumor prevents prevents my hair from growing, but lately it's been doing all right. It's like, I guess we're an adult now. We can let our hair grow. Okay. Next, rapid fire question. What would you yell to get a mob of people in public to chase one person? If you're in a mob and you need them to chase one person, what are you yelling? Do you want to hear other people's answers?
Yeah.
Let me spark some imagination here. Liar.
Liar. What a weak answer. You're going to chase a liar? We're going to chase every person down the street that we ever meet?
He's the CEO of gas prices. That man just ate my dad.
I don't think I want to chase that guy either. I want to leave him
Those
alone.
are the only answers. I'm disappointed. Okay, what would you yell?
It's got to be something like kidnapper or something.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone chases a kidnapper.
He stole my child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I would yell.
Yeah. Or something more vague. Stop that man. That usually works.
But then what if they're like, which man?
That one.
That's true.
Yeah.
What would you yell? What is it that you can't yell in a theater? There's some things that you're not allowed to exclaim. Isn't it like illegal to yell fire unless there's a fire?
Yeah.
Like you could actually be arrested?
I think so, yeah.
Or is it just like Allah? Like Allah?
I don't know. It's hard. I feel like you'd be able to see a fire in a theater pretty easily. Maybe if it's like someone coming into the theater.
Fire!
Like from outside.
Maybe.
And they clear out the
Well, yeah, if you're just like running by, like as a childhood prank and like throwing the door open, you're like, fire, fire, fire,
Yeah. I think it's also illegal to yell something about a gun now after that.
After what? All the shootings?
That thing in Colorado, yeah.
There was one yesterday at the state fair.
I know. Second time in 2 years.
Oh my gosh. I don't go to the state fair, so.
Me neither. Okay,
next. That's way too heavy. So, what's the dumbest way you've ever injured yourself? I know you have some. You injured yourself stupidly, so go ahead.
Probably when I had to get my ankle sealed after I got the dishwasher dropped on me.
I knew
all the bowls and stuff and glasses. Although, when we rolled the golf cart and I almost died.
And you almost died. That is the most dramatic thing. Go ahead. Share the story.
Well, the golf cart was rolling, so it could have landed on my head as easily as my arm.
I guess so. It was probably a lot faster in your 9-year-old brain than in reality.
It's pretty scary to be in a golf cart that's rolling down a hill, though.
The circumstances. First time away from home. I don't know. I don't know what y'all were doing. I wasn't there.
So we were driving this. It's not a golf cart. It's a mule.
You always say a golf cart.
It looks like a golf cart.
Okay.
Well, I'd never heard of a mule before until we had one in our house.
And you're like, hey, that's the thing that almost killed me.
Yeah, that's why I don't
Was it
like
a
to ride
4-seater?
No, it was a 2-seater.
Okay.
Or it was a bench like ours.
Okay.
And it had the bed in the back with an axe. That was another thing.
With an axe?
There was a small axe. Grandpa's axe was in the back of it. We were like, I'm glad that didn't land on us either. But anyways, we would...
Who's driving? You or Christina?
Austin.
Oh, Austin.
Yeah, the oldest.
Well, that makes sense.
The wise one.
Oh,
That's why we were listening to him.
Okay.
We would hit this one part on the hill where you would hit it and it would lift you up. It was like a mini ramp, and then you'd land. But one time we were going faster, and this was this is what I remember vividly. I was like, I want to get off and go in. I'm tired of this. And they're like, one time, the biggest time. And we were like, all right.
Of course.
So then we went over and we went way further, and we were about to hit their crops, whatever they were growing.
Yeah.
And so he cut it, and then we just rolled.
Into the crops?
I don't know. We rolled sideways alongside the crops because he cut it really sharp.
Were you the only one that got hurt?
Yeah.
Huh. Fair enough, because you said you wanted to get off. That's usually how it works.
Austin was the only one screaming, though.
Yeah. You went to the Steelville Hospital?
Yeah, terrible hospital.
I've been there. Yeah. I think I've been there twice.
I broke my arm and they wrapped it in ace bandages. They were like, we don't know what to do.
And then we came up shortly after that?
Yeah, because
I'm sure Mom was like...
That was the... No, she was like, you just have to wait. That was the same year we had the big family reunion, I think. Like the big one where we were sleeping on air mattresses in the living room. And everyone was there.
Everyone.
So
we have a lot of cousins.
We were there for 4 days.
Yeah.
Before y'all came up with...
Yeah.
Because that was when y'all brought Joey back up.
Oh, yep. I remember that. Joey's feet in my face for 10 hours.
Yeah, the ride was worse on the way home.
Yeah.
In the back of the Yaris with a broken arm.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure I didn't give it my front seat, though. Was Dad there? Because then I would have been in the back, too.
You were in the back.
I was in the back.
It was all three of us in the back. Mom,
Okay,
Dad,
when
and
we went on road trips as a kid, which was mostly just to Illinois, me asleep, crisscross applesauce with my head in my lap. On the side, I had to have a side seat.
Or
I could not be in the middle.
door.
Against the door, yeah. You in the middle, because you were the smallest.
Yeah.
Steven? I don't remember what Steven did on road trips.
We would either play the Game Boys somewhat, but we used to have, remember we had the PS2 and then we had the little mobile screen that we would play on together.
I was asleep for most of that. I don't remember.
Yeah, we used to play we used to play Madden and all kinds of stuff on the PS2 on the way to wherever we were going.
Craziest injury for me was probably when the earring got stuck in my ear, and I also had to go to the Steelville Hospital for them to pull it out. It got lost in my ear.
Yeah. All of our weirdest injuries are with that set of grandparents.
Yeah.
Because Steven split his back on that nightlight at their house, remember?
Oh, yeah.
In Rockwell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, anyway.
Yeah. Nothing ever happens like that at Grandma Mickey's. No one ever gets hurt.
No one ever. I've never been hurt. And play games.
Sit on the couch and talk.
Those recliners. Let's see. This person says they punched a couch and broke my pinky after I failed a math exam. I told the girls at my school that I defended a young lady against a homeless man, and that actually worked.
And all you did was break a pinky?
Yeah.
Plus you're giving a bad rep to homeless people. They're usually pretty nice.
Right. Also, how do you break your pinky punching something? Just your pinky?
You had to have been like
I've never punched anything.
Down, like
Not
this,
really.
And then you could break your knuckle.
On a couch, though? How hard do you have to hit a couch to break your pinky?
Sitting on it. They got some, they got the metal bars in them. If you hit it at the right spot.
Metal bars?
I'm sure
there's a metal bar in my couch?
Probably, yeah.
I didn't know.
You know, like whenever you lift up the footrest, don't you see all the metal
fair.
bars under there?
I never look under there.
Oh. How do you think the couch is held up? It's not just a bunch of cushions piled up.
A bunch of softness.
It's like wood and metal.
Okay, so I knew you were going to say the dishwasher unloading onto your ankle.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, with Christina. I also used to get her with Christina all the time. When I split my head, we went down to the lake because, their backyard went right into the lake. Mm-hmm. And it was during the summer when it was like backed up. So there was like just a lot of mud that we were playing in.
Yeah.
And I was running and I had a shovel in my hands, I think. And
naturally,
I got it stuck and I tripped over it and my head went right onto one brick that was like in the mud right at the bottom of the lake whenever there was water. But
gosh.
Yeah.
Did you get stitches?
No, I Robin glued my head on that one.
Oh, that's
she
nice.
She brought the gigantic thing that she had. When we first went back up to the house afterwards, me and Christina, we knocked on their bedroom door.
Yeah.
And she was like, Dad, let us in. Uncle Mark was there. She was like, Dad, let us in. Josh split his head open. And he goes, the door's locked. Go around. That's all he said. He never came out of the bedroom.
That's men. When I split my leg open, jumping out of a tree, Dad, we had one car, was going to the store and was backing up. And I'm like hobbling, holding my shin bones sticking out of my leg. And he's like, go tell your mom. And he left. And we had no car.
Yeah, I just don't think they believe you.
I'm like, bone sticking out. He got in trouble.
Yeah.
Right, Dad? Okay. Next. What is one of the dumbest things a person has said to you?
I get it every day at our store.
I was going to say Target or Half Price Books?
Both. You would think book readers would be a lot smarter than they are, but...
Not everyone who reads books is smart.
You're telling me. I have to think about just some things that people have said to me this week. So our store doesn't have bags anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know you ever had bags.
Yeah, we used to have plastic bags.
Oh, okay.
But they don't do them anymore.
Okay.
People get so mad at me when they're like, can I have a bag? And I'm like, we actually don't have any bags. And they're like, are you kidding me? I'm like, you think you're getting mad? It's going to make a bag like magically appear down here? It's not my fault. Like, what do you want me to do?
You think I make the rules? Like, what? I just work here.
Yeah.
That was my favorite thing at Chili's. I just work here.
So we had a couple people. I've had someone ask me for first edition of Shakespeare. I'm like, he wrote plays. They probably got traveled around with the actors and stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody said one time.
A first edition script.
somebody said one time, do you know like Dante's Inferno?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody came in and they were like, I'm not sure if you're gonna have this. It's like really, really old, but do you have Dante's Inferno? And we're like, yeah, we have a few copies here.
Yeah.
We have like 400 paperbacks of it.
Yeah, it's not a rare book.
It's like, have you ever heard of a reprint? They keep making it.
Oh, and they think you're not smart. Like what? They're just like, hey, you may have never heard of this working at a bookstore, but
yes, all the time people are like, do you know if you have this book? It's kind of rare, and they're like Charles Dickens.
Yeah. And you're like,
people like,
do you ever act into it? Just like, oh man.
No, I'm just like, yeah, I think
No
we have some
patience for
copies. I
it.
know where we are. Yeah, we got too much to do to mess around with that.
Yeah.
Most people, though, the people that are the worst. Was you're a fan of Colleen Hoover?
I don't know.
She's the worst. It's so terrible.
It's so funny because you told me that, and I'd never heard of her until you told me that. So I read one, and I've read them all.
She's awful.
I don't know. It's just such an easy read.
Yeah, it's so
It's
bad.
just such an easy read.
But this one lady came in, and me and my manager were sitting there. He reads a lot of the same stuff as me, like more literary stuff. But this lady goes, she asked us if we'd ever read Colleen Hoover. And we were both like, no. She's like, you work at a bookstore and you never read Colleen Hoover? How have you not read the best writer in the world right now?
Best writer in the world. Right?
So we were like, we read a paragraph of this, of her book, and we were like, this sounds like a middle school girl's diary.
It's an easy... Okay, I like to support her, A, because she's from like Sulphur Springs. And she's like a mama too, who started writing late in her life. First of all, so go her. And I don't... That's what I read when I'm like, I just want a light read. I'm not looking for anything life-changing. It's the same thing as watching a rom-com. I mean, it's the stupidest movie you've ever seen, but I'm going to watch it.
You can get a light read with a good book.
But that's what I want. It's a certain niche. Just like watching a rom-com, and you know that they're going to end up together and it's stupid and happy, but that's what I want in that moment.
When I want an easier read, I just read a shorter book. That's
not necessarily an easier read. There's plenty of short books that are incredibly difficult to stomach.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't...
I mean, you know.
If I want an easier read, then I'll just read someone like Hemingway who just writes plainer English.
Okay, I'm just reading some of these comments about the dumbest thing that a person has said to you. Some tourists yelled at me for a solid 10 minutes because my dog looked unkempt. It was my ram, my pet ram. They maintained it was a dog, even when I pointed at the very visible horns.
Yeah, they were probably American.
Probably.
That's their best
People
quality.
hate us.
They're gonna, even when they know they're wrong, they're just gonna keep going with their argument.
Let's see. I'm trying to make sure these are... When I showed up at work in a red sports car, the receptionist asked if I had bought a Ferrari. I asked, why do you think it's a Ferrari? And the answer was, well, it's red, isn't it?
All Ferraris are red.
What? And
only Ferraris are red.
A red sports car must be a Ferrari. I don't even get that. I don't understand. All right, next. What's the last song you listened to? I love your taste in music.
What did I just listen to before?
What did you just listen to?
Probably Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Tears for Fears.
Nice.
It's like my favorite song. I think I've listened to it like 30 times in the last 2 days.
You'll have to write it down for me or send it to me.
I mean, you know it.
Oh.
It's pretty popular common song from the 80s.
Wants to rule the world.
No.
Oh. Give me a bar.
You know, when they're like, everybody
wants to rule the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you where we're going this weekend or why you're watching the dogs?
No.
You didn't even ask. You're just like, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I can watch the dogs.
We're going back to Vegas.
Oh, really?
We're going to the fest like we did last year, remember?
Oh.
So this year headlining is Blink-182, Green Day, Simple Plan, Yellow Card.
I like Simple Plan.
I like Simple Plan. I really like Yellow Card. That's kind of
Green Day.
I like Green Day. Blink-182 and Green Day are the big ones, so they'll be at like midnight or whatever. But we are literally driving Friday, festival Saturday, driving back Sunday/Monday.
How far is the drive?
17.
Yeah, that's I did it to go to... How long did you stay last time?
Last time we made like a week out of it. So
this is brutal.
Well, which we did it stupidly because we took our time getting there.
Yeah.
And then the day after the festival, we had to drive... Well, I say we. Zach is listening right now going, no.
Zach drove the whole way.
I literally slept in the back on the air mattress for 15 out of the 17 hours.
Yeah, when I drove to Nashville, I went
by yourself
from Dallas to Nashville on Friday, and then up to Louisville for the festival on Saturday, and then from Louisville all the way back to Little Rock Saturday night, and then from Little Rock home on Sunday. And that was terrible.
This one will not be. So Zach works nights. So Friday when he gets off at like 4, we're going to take off. I'll drive as long as I possibly can, which you know me, I'm
3 hours.
I'm such a sleepy driver. No, I'm gonna do it so that he can sleep, and then we'll get there. We're literally probably gonna get there like midnight Friday into Saturday. Get up at about 8, walk over to the festival.
It's 8 hours of sleep. It's not bad.
You know, it's not bad, and there's not really anybody like of the small. Like last year, we wanted to get to the smaller ones. Like we got front row for red jumpsuit apparatus. This year, I'm like, we're just literally going to fill up our water bottle, go find our spots by the big stages, and literally camp. But it's worth it. It's worth it.
When I went to ACL, I didn't have any water. We forgot water bottles.
Yeah, that was us last year.
We didn't have any water from 8 until we left at like midnight.
Yeah, they were giving out cartons of water. Dying. Cartons of water, little like the milk cartons that you used to get at school. Yeah. So we had each one of those at like 10 in the morning. And by like midnight, we were like,
yeah,
so
dry.
We are bringing, I know that this year you were allowed to bring an empty plastic water bottle. So
yeah, we could have brought a water bottle, but we didn't.
We learned.
We bought one and drank it, but then we couldn't find the refill station. So we just
the refill stations were empty by like dinner time. Not that we ate anything. Anyway.
Well, ACL's prepared, but just couldn't find them. The map was confusing. And
yeah. I'm pretty excited. The tickets, last year we paid full price. Like when it first came out, we were so excited. And then right before the festival last year, I was like, these are like $100 on StubHub. So this year I've been watching and it dropped down to $150. And I'm like, all right, we're going.
We're going to see
Wednesday.
Nate Bargatze on Wednesday too.
Yes.
This week.
We are. Zach can't go anymore because he works nights and he can't take off since we're going to Vegas, but I'm bringing Casey.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Great.
Yes.
He seems like our type of comedian.
Yeah. I was like, do you know who that is? And she's like, I think you and Josh have sent me some before.
Not me.
I was like.
From what?
I don't know. So
all of the apps that I don't have on my phone.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, so the last song you listened to. So the last song I listened to was like 30 Seconds to Mars because I'm trying to cram for the, I just like to cram right before I go hear a band live.
All the lyrics?
Just have it fresh.
Like
I don't want to look like a fool because 30 Seconds to Mars is one of the ones that I'm most excited about. Jared Leto, he's just like, he's a strange dude.
Yeah.
He's a good performer. It's just wild.
Does he still run his cult?
I don't know.
He's like a part-time
I don't know him personally.
Oh.
I really don't know anything about him except for that he's just weird.
He had the whole thing. He had a whole island and with a cult, and he was like dressing up like Jesus. And
anyway, I can't wait to sing the
That's
kill.
Why he's got the long straight hair and the beard.
He's always had long straight hair and the beard.
I know, but
for at least the last decade.
I think he came out with like.
Okay. Well, anyway, don't ruin this for me. I just want to listen to his music and then never see him again. Cool. These people who listen to the music, you're not even gonna. I don't even know any of these. Good Enough for Now by Weird Al.
Oh yeah, Weird Al.
My boys love Weird Al. They think he's hilarious. You know who it reminds me of is Wes Wade. I don't even know if you really knew him because you were only 2 when we moved. He reminds me of Weird Al, but he loved Weird Al. Strange. Okay. Next. What's a hype that you just don't get? This is everything.
We can talk about this.
All right, Josh, go.
Yeah.
Soapbox.
Social media.
That's literally, I think I typed it on there.
Hate social media. Don't have anything.
I know.
Don't like
Sometimes it's good for you. I wish I did not. But all my pictures and stuff of my kids at this point. But anyway, sometimes I go to tag you and stuff and I'm like.
I just don't like wasting the time.
That's good.
Yeah, because every time I got off, I would just feel bad, gross.
Good for you. Good for you. What else? Someone says on here like Prime, the drink Prime. Funk Pops.
Funk Puffs. Yeah, Prime, the drink. I hate it. It's gross.
My boys like it, but
Name, like really expensive name brand clothing.
Don't get it.
Like what? Most of the time it's like lesser quality than something. This is it. This is the only one that I have. It's from Urban Outfitters. I bought it on Black Friday, so it was like $20.
Yeah, I pretty much buy everything from Shein at this point because I've had like like expensive shirts that rip immediately, and my Shein clothes for $5 last me forever.
Yeah, everything
Shein.
I buy at the thrift stores are usually older.
Yes.
Or unless I go get chinos. But
Chinos. Does that count as name brand?
Comfortable and durable. It's not a brand.
Oh, it's a style
It's
of
a
pant.
type of pants, yeah.
I live in my own fashion world. I don't know.
Chinos. Well, they're khakis. But
I was going to say.
They're khaki chinos.
I thought it was a brand of khakis.
No, khaki is a color.
Well, it's a type of pant. Khaki shorts.
Khakis are...
Khaki pants.
Khaki is a color, though.
How would you know?
These are khaki chinos.
He is colorblind.
Some colors.
We can argue about mom's couch till the day we die.
It's brown.
It's green. Anyway.
It's definitely brown.
This person says Beyonce. Don't get it. It says like Queen. What the heck?
Yeah, I don't like Beyonce. Taylor Swift. What is up with that lately?
Anyway. We'll just agree to disagree there. I mean,
but, like, why?
I don't understand making her... Like, I like her music. I think she's a good lyricist. Do I think she's overhyped? Probably. Anyway. Yeah.
Colleen Hoover. There you go. That's another one that I don't understand.
Oh, that Taylor Swift came up.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Let's see. So, social media. Did you write all of these?
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty average takes.
YouTubers.
Yeah, vloggers.
That's what all my kids at school, that's what they want to be when they grow up. YouTubers. All of them.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Because it's easy. You can sit at home. I'm telling you.
They just make like useless content. Like they don't even like have a conversation.
Like
no, but this is like a conversation. They're just like,
okay,
somebody will watch a video for 12 hours and just like whoever can hold their hand on an airplane wins it or something like that.
And it'll have like 1 million views. And here I am busting my tail I did hit 2,000 listens today. Thank you, everybody.
Wow, way to go.
Hey, it's a big deal. It's hard out there. It's hard.
It is.
Anyway, 2,000 listens, pretty big milestone. Yeah. But my thing that I don't get that drives me absolutely bananas is like the kids who play with toys. And then the kids will go watch other kids. Like instead of kids playing with toys, they'll go watch YouTube of a kid playing with toys for like 10 hours.
Yeah.
And it won't even show their face. Smart parenting. But like they'll make millions of dollars. The kids just playing with toys.
Yeah, people do the older stuff too.
They
like watch them unbox games and watch them play video games.
I'm like, yes.
I'm like, why do you want to watch?
Why do you want to watch someone else play a video game? Why don't you just play the video game?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's weird. Or like reactions.
Yeah.
Like you'll watch somebody else watch a TV show. I'm like, why?
Not a TV show, but Zach watches. Love you. Zach watches this guy, and I don't know his name, but he watches them all the time. And it's like this guy. He'll watch videos, like kind of stuff that's happening in the news and stuff, but just videos, and then he'll react and talk about it. And I'm like, I could do that.
It's like a bad version of a podcast.
Like a lazy version. Because they don't. It's like a side-by-side screen.
Yeah.
Oh my word! The house is coming down. Anyway, we're gonna continue. Oh, collecting basketball or running shoes.
Yeah, I don't understand people who collect sneakers
but don't wear them.
Yeah, and they'll spend like $500 on a pair and then keep them in a glass box.
Yes.
Why? I don't get that.
I mean, I guess it's like collecting anything else, but I like shoes. Like I like Nikes, but. I have like one pair.
Wearing shoes.
But I'm going to wear them into the ground. Like I'm going to wear them until they give out. Because I'm like, I paid money for these.
I don't even really wear sneakers though. I only wear my same boots.
I've seen you wear tennis shoes in the last couple years when you were hitting that ball into the hoop. That's it.
Hitting? Oh, the baseball.
The baseball into the basketball hoop. That's like the only time I've seen you. No. Oh, I heard you started playing basketball.
No, not anymore. The league didn't have enough teams.
I was like, it just started like last week. Did you even get to play one day?
No.
No, it just never even started.
Didn't have enough teams.
Bummer. I was going to come watch you.
It was like, but it's that place. It's the Amerisports. It's like a brand new
place. Rockwell place.
It's like their very first league that they were trying to start. And they only got like 3 teams.
Get some of those Greenville guys to come out there.
No. If I'm getting the Greenville guys to come out there, I'm joining their team.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Not the team you're on.
Leave the other team in the dust?
Do you think they're playing together right now? No. You and Tevin and Jared were the team.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, leave the other. You're saying leave the Rockwell team.
Yeah,
I thought you meant leave Nick and Zach. I'm like, they don't care. They haven't played together since.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, so who are the guys you were going to play with from the church?
Yeah.
Cool.
Who are a good team.
Good players.
Yeah, lots of young guys that played.
That's good.
And
That's good for you.
Chris.
So it's not just like, oh, cool. The singer?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's see. Andrew Tate. Who's Andrew Tate?
You know who Andrew Tate is?
No, I have no idea.
Oh, he's like one of the biggest people online.
A YouTuber?
Well, I mean, kind of. He has a podcast, but he's like a big time billionaire. He's the dude. You haven't seen him for real? He's the dude.
I literally have never heard of him.
Him and his brother do the podcast, and he wears no shirt. He's jacked. He's got the big tattoo, and he wears the sunglasses. And he's bald.
Jason Kelsey?
No.
I actually like their podcast. It's funny.
No, this is more like sort of serious, and
It says, he has poisoned most upcoming men with his teaching. I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's got some extreme ideas about man. He's Islamic now too, so.
Oh, okay.
And he lives in Dubai.
Twitter changed their name to X?
Yeah, that was dumb.
Why? Why is everything changing names?
Because they don't.
HBO Max is now Max.
I think Twitter changed their names because they don't want to be associated with the old people who ran Twitter or something. I don't know. It's dumb. All
these things are dumb. Pumpkin spice. I don't really get that trend either.
Starbucks in general. I don't understand. Their coffee sucks.
I like their iced coffee, but I don't pay for it. I don't get it.
Their black coffee is
McDonald's black coffee is way better.
Yeah, Madeline.
Someone said Chick-fil-A. In-N-Out.
Hey, whoa.
Someone said it's the sauce. The food is just normal.
In-N-Out.
You're an In-N-Out fan?
The best burger that you can get.
Really? That's your top burger?
Yeah. I love In-N-Out. And the sauce is the best part.
The sauce is really good. It's like Thousand Island.
Delicious.
It's that's cane sauce for me. I could drink cane sauce.
I do like cane sauce.
I could drink cane sauce. So the chicken is all right, but like the sauce?
Chicken is the worst part.
Their bread is good.
Fries and the sauce and bread, and then go to like Chicken Express and get chicken.
I'm trying to think. I really don't like any fast food chicken. I'd rather Zach fry my chicken at home.
KFC's okay.
It's all right.
I don't like any.
It's greasy.
That's just fast food.
I know.
I feel gross afterwards.
I can stomach Taco Bell. Doesn't do anything to me.
I can't.
A lot of people can't. My stomach is just built for Taco Bell. I don't know. That's the only fast food that I can eat regularly.
My stomach's not built for anything like that.
Your stomach is weak. You and Jackson.
I have a good stomach.
I
can't handle dairy.
Or chewing.
I haven't choked in at least like 10 years now.
How old are you?
24. The last time I had the Heimlich done on me.
Okay.
I was not driving yet.
Let's preface this. I've had to do the Heimlich, or someone I'm with have to do the Heimlich on Josh 4 times in public. 4 times.
You weren't there every time.
3 out of the 4 I was there.
Yeah, you weren't there at all.
Me, being the good sister I am, taking you out to eat. And how do you repay me? Choking to death.
It's always on chicken, too.
We were at Buffalo Wild Wings, Chick-fil-A. And
my other one was Olive Garden, and it was chicken.
No, there was one more.
It's probably Chick-fil-A again.
Probably Chick-fil-A again.
It's always chicken.
Josh can't chew chicken.
It's a fast food chicken. It's just so dry that...
And you're just so excited to eat it. Telfer bags. What is a Telfer bag?
It's probably some brand name bag.
Okay.
I don't know.
YouTubers. Ed Sheeran.
He makes some okay music.
Kardashians, of course. Blech.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Boba tea.
Boba tea is gross.
Boba tea is like the stuff with the bubbles in it?
Yeah, those little balls that when you bite, it just like dissolves or whatever.
I don't even... Stupid Stanley cups. Okay. I don't like Stanleys, but I do love my Simply Modern. So much better than Stanley. So much cheaper, too.
Stanley. Oh, is that like the construction worker stuff?
The cup. The big cup. You would know it.
It's green?
You can get it in any color you want.
Oh, it may not be what I'm thinking of.
It's like bulkier than this. It looks just like this with the handle. It's bulkier, and it's got like a thing on top that slides.
Maybe.
Okay. I like a good tumbler.
The Yetis.
Stanley's essentially like a Yeti with a handle for white girls.
No.
Well, that was any girl.
Yeah. For mostly.
I have a Stanley at school.
Girls of the Caucasian persuasion.
I just think of basic white girl. A student got me a Stanley. I have it at school. I use it. It's fine. It spills. Simply Modern. Way better. Simple. Modern.
So big, though.
It's 40 ounces. I drink 3 of these in a day, and I've got a gallon. I drink so much water.
Carry it around. I drink a lot of water. I just refill it more.
Yeah. I can't refill it more. I mean, I send a student.
Oh, yeah. I have more free time.
I can't even go to the bathroom without asking someone to help.
Whenever I want.
Most
of the time.
I do send a student. I'm like, I have one particular student, and I'm like, ma'am, time for water.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my little rant. Simply Modern is way better than Stanley.
I don't know what Stanley is. My water bottles
Let me
have
show you.
no brand names on them. They're just like $2 metal bottles.
You would see I mean, it is. It's just like a Yeti with a handle. Tristana loves Stanleys. I like, again, it's just a preference. Okay.
See, I'm out of the loop.
Well, yeah. I have no internet.
I mean, look at that. I don't even have Amazon, so I don't know what I'm supposed to look at it.
You don't anymore? You used to get Amazon boxes like they were going out of style.
I know. I don't
like recently.
I don't use their
Did you get grounded?
stuff anymore. Huh?
Did you get grounded from Amazon?
No, it's just
Mom's like, you got another package?
I don't get that stuff from Amazon. That's my books that I get.
Oh my God. I'm really irritated. I know this is not a big deal, but I just wanted to show you this cup. I'll show you later.
From thrift books. That's where I get my books. They get mad at that because I get like
50, do you sell your books after? Because
not most of them.
Where are they?
They're on my shelves.
Just in your room. I still want to do that thing where you put just like it's just a little metal piece that comes out, sticking out, and then you open a hardback or whatever around it, and then you just stack on top. So the book becomes the shelf.
Why can't you have a normal shelf?
I don't want a shelf. That takes up too much room.
That's the only thing that I have in my room. If I took my shelves out, it'd just be bare.
Your room changes so much. Bare. I come over and you're like, I redid my room. Want to see it?
Oh, I just move stuff around all the time. I don't have any decorations on the wall, though.
That's when I have like late night anxiety. I'm like, Zach, let's rearrange our room. And he's like, no.
I do it all the time. The setup I have now, though, it's perfect. I'll never change it.
Oh, Raising Cane's. Big butts. Crocs.
I used to love my Crocs.
I still love Crocs. I'm wearing Crocs at the festival, actually, because I need my feet to be comfortable.
I used to only play outside in Crocs.
Jackson wants some so bad. I gave him my old ones. I was like, I'm not buying you any. They're expensive for what they are.
Like $30.
For a foot that grows so fast.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Just buy him a big pair, and then it'll last him a year and a half.
He has mine. Oh, yeah. He put all his little what are they called? Gibbets?
Giblets?
Yeah, you know the things you put in Crocs?
Oh.
That's back in style.
I don't know what they're called.
Back in style. Okay. Anyway, it just keeps going on. That we spent a lot of time on that one. So
yeah, because it's the best one. I like to complain about things. The world sucks.
It really does. We could start a whole podcast just on complaining.
Yeah, we'll call it complaining with Josh and Eliza.
The Shapapas, complainers. Okay, what's the most aggressive thing you've ever done? You're not a very aggressive person, but what's the most aggressive thing you've ever done? Spill it.
I don't know. Maybe in basketball?
Yeah, I guess playing sports.
Not the time when I was a kid and I jumped on that kid.
Okay.
That actually had a purpose.
Josh is second grade?
Yeah, something like that. First or second grade.
So I guess I should have led with this at the beginning, but Josh and I are 8 years apart. So when Josh is in second grade, I was in, oh boy, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. I was in high school. So I'm watching my little baby brother play basketball and he loves it. And my dad said foul, right?
And we were losing and we were trying to foul to get free
throws.
Get
an intentional foul, yeah.
And there was only like 3 seconds left and the guy was on the ground. So I jumped on him.
Okay, if you're watching on YouTube, it was like this. With the elbow down.
I think it was that exaggerated.
I
just dove on
Grandma
him.
And Papa left.
I know.
They were embarrassed. That's how bad it was.
I did jump on him. I don't think I
that elbow
led
flew
with the elbow.
That elbow flew. You said you had hockey elbows, and it showed.
But when I was playing in high school, I had one guy that
On what team?
Me?
Yeah. No. Oh, I was thinking like school ball.
Yeah. We were playing this team from Louisiana down in Houston, which if you play down in Houston, the refs they don't call anything. So it was like really rough.
Street ball.
And I had the ball. I don't even remember what he did. He hit me really hard. And so I turned around and just elbowed him right in the face. And then I got a technical foul and my coach pulled me out and I was like, I didn't even do anything, dude. He's just being a weak.
I didn't even do it.
I was like, all I did was turn around. I elbowed him in the face.
Little liar. Liar! Chase that man!
Yeah.
Let's see. This one says, once a woman mistook me for someone else and slapped me. I slapped her right back. She was shocked. It was probably the first time in her life she was held accountable for anything.
I'd really like to just slap someone in the face. I'd really like to do a slap bet with somebody.
Okay. How I Met Your Mother, one of my all-time favorite shows ever.
Yeah, I love that show.
I would do it with you because if I don't want to slap you.
No, I don't want to. I can't have a slap bet with a girl.
They did.
No, it's Marshall.
Oh,
and
well,
Barney.
Lily subs in a little bit.
She's the commissioner.
Yeah, but she gets to slap.
No one ever actually slaps him except Marshall, though.
Oh.
Remember, they're at Thanksgiving.
Oh, and
rotate.
they like all.
Yeah, it's not just Lily; it's all of them. And then they're like, and then he slaps him right in his stupid face.
Do a slap bet with Dad. I would film that.
It's gotta be like someone It's gotta be like.
Oh
a friend.
my gosh, you couldn't even hit Dad.
It has to be like a friend.
Okay. I was just thinking this because I was watching Friends before you got here, and Monica and Ross are like, it's when he starts dating Rachel, so they're kind of living together or whatever, and they're like fighting. Yeah. Have you and I ever fought about anything ever?
Not really.
Like even when we were kids, because there was such an age gap, I don't even remember ever arguing with fight. You. Besties. Yeah. Always.
Yeah, I mean, you moved out when I was 10, so it's not like we were.
That's true.
I wasn't even old enough to start fighting with you yet.
Yeah, you were pretty.
What, you got to fight with a 5-year-old?
Yeah. Have you met Jackson?
When you're 13, though? Like
no. But even like as adults, I'm trying to think if we've ever even been in like a serious argument. I'm sure we've like bickered.
Not really.
But I don't remember any serious fights with you ever. I was just wondering if I was blocking it out or if it's true.
Yeah, we don't bring up anything serious.
We're pretty lighthearted. We bring up some serious stuff.
Not together. Not often. Unless it's late at night.
Yeah. We get introspective sometimes.
When the sun is out, we don't.
Sun's out, feelings away.
Yeah.
We've never been big communicators in our family, though.
Yeah, not with my family.
Not like...
With other people outside of our family, then yeah.
Yeah. Just not necessarily in a bad way, we just keep it very lighthearted. We get along very well.
Yeah.
Everything's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't talk about a lot of serious stuff with Mom and Dad either.
We don't talk about Bruno.
I don't know who Bruno is.
Oh. You've never seen Encanto with us?
I have.
Oh. You played that off very well. Let's see. Let's see about any other funny... Some of these are very serious. I don't want to read those.
We'll get to those.
Okay.
At the end.
On the other podcast.
Yeah, complainer.
What foods nowadays would kill someone from the 1200s?
It's got to be Taco Bell. People's stomachs could not handle that.
When I was looking up these questions, I was like, pretty much probably any of our food.
Yeah.
Their bodies aren't used to anything processed at all.
Anything that's not just like a vegetable or meat.
I was like, Pop-Tarts.
Any kind of like soda or like a sugary drink.
That's what it says. It says, can you imagine if you just gave someone from the 1200s an average energy drink, standard
like Red Bull? They would
Four Loko.
Die. Yeah.
Four Loko.
Any kind of alcohol. Their alcohol's a lot weaker back then.
Yeah. A French peasant would eat a single Cool Ranch Dorito and spontaneously combust.
For real. Most of those people, all they used to live off was like bread.
Deep fried Oreos. Chili would end a lot of Europeans. They're like talking about like spicy food. Pop Rocks. Which? Yeah, I think any of our food nowadays, which is unfortunate because it's hard to get away from. Just the busyness of schedule doesn't always allow for me with children to,
cook.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just start eating vegetables whole and raw.
I mean, I make them bring like fruits and vegetables for snacks and stuff, but you don't know. You don't have kids, but you know.
Okay. I cook my food.
The joys of being a single adult.
Yeah. Can't wait to enjoy it forever.
You can borrow my kids anytime you want. He'll never babysit it. Well, I don't have babies, so.
Yeah, they're not.
You could watch the boys now. Well, they might,
They better not. I'll slap them if they poop on me now.
Okay, Jackson was...
He was like 9 months old.
No. Mm-mm. He was over a year.
Maybe a year.
He was over a year.
He wasn't really walking or anything, though. Or crawling, really.
Yes, he was. You're remembering this a little skewed because Zach and I were going somewhere, so he was well over a year. He was probably about 18 months, which means he was crawling, and that's why it was such an explosive thing because he was 18 months old.
It's not when Zach and you were together.
We went to a I know exactly when it was. We just talked about how we're never going to argue.
I do remember it now.
We went to a softball tournament with Chili's. Yeah. Anyway, Jackson had an explosive diaper and he never babysat again. The end.
He didn't have an explosive diaper. He had an explosion while I was changing his diaper all over Noah's head.
Oh my gosh.
And all over the wall.
Yeah. He had poop issues when he was little.
Yeah, and it was terrible. Noah was like throwing it and laughing, and
Yeah.
I was like, this is not for me.
My kids were close together in age, so that was,
That was a long day too.
We were gone like the entire day. That's what I was just thinking. Like, how old were you when Jackson was 1? You were like 16?
Yeah.
Woo! I can't believe I left you alone with the baby and the toddler all day.
For sure, it was the only option.
Probably.
It was like a Wednesday or something. So.
Probably. What phrase do you repeat to yourself on a regular basis? Do you want some examples?
I'm not a big mantra person.
You're doing the best you can. Murder is not an option. Be as nice as possible and only as nasty as necessary.
It's nothing like that for me.
When I'm overwhelmed or stressed out, I whisper okay to myself to psych myself up. That's what it says.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I don't always say the same thing over and over to myself. I just talk to myself a lot.
I do talk to myself a lot.
Just have whole conversations in my head.
Yeah.
But it's never the same thing.
No, used to when the boys were younger and they didn't talk to me as much. Like, because now in the car, we're talking the whole time. But before, Noah would be like, Mommy, you're talking to yourself again. I'm just thinking out loud here.
I talk to myself a lot. I was talking to myself in the bookstore today.
Yeah?
Louder than I thought. Right, and I came around this corner and like bumped into a girl, and I was like, "Oh, she probably heard me talking to myself over there in the corner of the bookstore by myself."
And she was like, skirt.
Yeah, well, because it wasn't like coherent. I was like saying the authors I was looking for out loud.
You're just like,
just their last name. I wasn't even looking at my phone. I'm just looking at the shelves, and I'm like, all the different names of the authors. And I'm just saying them out loud. Like, what are you doing?
She's like, you have a man in the back with really fluffy hair, and he's just talking to himself. May want to have that checked out.
No, like he works here. They just let him do his thing.
We don't bother him. What is the best reply to "you are not funny"? Have you ever been told you're not funny besides Nana?
I've never been told I wasn't funny before. So
besides Nana.
She doesn't say I'm not funny. She just
basically
doesn't think I'm as funny as you are.
Okay. I don't think I've ever been told you're not. But like even when someone's like, you're not funny. This person said 18 minutes of continuous crying is usually my response.
I think the best response is to slap them in the face at that point.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Ooh, okay. Here's a good one.
Most people can't tell if I'm joking.
Yeah.
If I'm being really sarcastic and serious face.
Yeah.
Then they're not like, that's not funny, because they can't tell if I'm joking or not.
Yeah, you've got a very even keel. Very dry. Is that what it's called? Dry sense of humor?
Yeah.
Where it just, you can't tell?
British.
You're not British. I hate to break it to you.
No, that's just like their sense of humor.
Oh, yeah.
Very dry.
Yeah. What are some things that are just really poorly named? Like this one says, being head over heels. We're almost always head over heels.
Yeah, that's just a lot of dumb phrases.
Arse over tea kettle.
Who's doing that? It's just an average Tuesday night. Putting that thing over my tea kettle, see what comes out.
I don't know.
I was thinking like store names.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like
they get into phrases.
You have to say it really slow. The Sofa King.
Yeah,
they weren't thinking. They weren't furniture store.
Either they weren't thinking that, or they were thinking that. A lisp. They said that's poorly named because a person with a lisp can't say lisp.
Yeah, they just sound like they're saying, "I got lips. I got a lip."
Woosta. Oh, let's see. I don't know. They're going on a rant about how Twitter being named X is stupid.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Okay.
Looks like a bad website now.
Okay, I've got a couple funny sibling stories for you to kind of round it out. And I have a bunch, so I'm going to have to just like, I'm going to have to just narrow it down. Hold on. Okay, ready? I'm going to read you the story. You give me your opinion. This is Am I the Jerk?
Oh, so these are not our sibling stories.
No.
I was like, we've already said one of them.
No. I'm going to give you some Am I the Jerks, and then you're going to kind of give me your input on it. I know you probably never listened to my podcast before. This is kind of more on par. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I the jerk for telling my brother that he is undateable? Now let me tell you.
Truth hurts.
My brother Bill, 30, has been trying online dating for 3 years with no success. We live in a more rural area, so there aren't many single women around his age to begin with. The ones who are available, well, Bill didn't think they were good enough. That's just how I imagine them saying it. He asked me to edit his Hinge profile so he can attract a mate.
First of all, you're on the wrong app.
I don't know what any of these mean. I looked over it, and dang, his profile has paragraphs of what he's looking for in a woman. Oh boy. Skinny, cute, under 30, average to high income, lives locally. She must be into anime and gaming. The only pictures he's got are grainy selfies or pictures with one or both parents, mostly our mom. Bill lives with our parents and has been working as a door greeter at Walmart since he was 18. How old is he?
30.
I told Bill that he doesn't need to overhaul his page. He needs to overhaul his life. No woman meeting his wants would want to date an obese 30-year-old living off his parents and working a job Walmart normally gives to old people to stay busy. Bill freaked out on me and told our mom. She's upset because I tried to tear him down when he needed my help. She wants me to apologize. But what's there to apologize? I just told Bill what was wrong and that he should consider changing his life if he really wants what he wants. Am I the jerk?
No. I don't know. He sounds terrible.
Yeah,
It's not. Who wants to meet a guy who's 30 and living with their parents anyways? And works at Walmart.
Yeah. Well, and has been working. It's not like an in-between thing. Here's my thing. If that's what you want for your life, fine. Your choice. He's been working there for 12 years as a greeter. That's a long time. It's not just like an in-between job. That's his job.
To not move up either.
No ambition.
You're not going to be a cashier or even.
Right.
Have something to do throughout the day.
If that's what you want for your life, fine. But then you don't get to say that the woman that you want to marry has to be rich and skinny. If you know what I mean, like
have a middle to high income. Your income is like $15,000
to take care of you. Like, is that why? Because you don't get to have high standards for someone else when you can't even have standards for yourself. What do you think the overall vote was?
It had to have been
not the jerk.
Overwhelmingly, because
yeah. Let's see. 14,000 upvotes. Not the jerk.
Yeah.
Harsh as it is, it's the truth, and some people need harsh sometimes. Yep.
That's easy.
That's an easy one. Okay, next. Am I the jerk for laughing at my brother's tattoo?
I mean, what is it?
It says, this is a pretty cut and dry scenario. My 32 male little brother, 25 male, has been in a string of relationships since he was young enough to know what dating was. On several occasions, the relationships ended because he was caught cheating with another girl. He, I'll call him Danny, still lives with my parents, and I headed over on the 4th for barbecue. When he reached out for a hug, I noticed his arm was super red, and he showed me his brand new tattoo that he had literally just gotten. In huge words, it says loyalty in cursive. Where I might be the jerk is that I kind of laughed as soon as I saw it and didn't try to hide it at all. He said, "What's so funny?" And I said his tattoo was really ironic. He got mad, stormed off to his room, and didn't join my parents and I and our sister for dinner. I told them what happened, and they said I was being a jerk. And my sister said people are allowed to change. I personally think he's acting like a child by locking himself in his room, and that I shouldn't be blamed for a 25-year-old storming off.
First of all, it's just a dumb tattoo. Who gets the word loyalty tattooed on them?
Wait, I don't get it.
But maybe a little bit.
Yeah. The overall vote is not the jerk.
I mean, not really, but
all you did was laugh. You can say it's ironic.
What didn't he say? It's ironic?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of...
He laughed, and then when the brother was like, "What's so funny?" He was like, "It's kind of ironic."
I don't know how other families fight, so...
Nobody ever storms off to rooms in our house, so I don't know.
We quietly wander off when we don't want to talk about something.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think it's a jerk. I mean...
Yeah. Also, he's 25.
It is kind of ironic that he's never loyal and got loyalty. I mean, you know.
Yeah. That's the only kind of guy that's going to storm off, though. You have to know he's going to get mad.
That's true. If he's going to get loyalty on his arm.
If he's like a nice, rational person, he probably wouldn't.
He probably wouldn't have gotten loyalty on his arm.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, next. Am I the jerk because we didn't invite our brother on vacation?
Need context again.
I always like to get people's reaction before the story and then read the story.
Well, you never know.
Okay. Our parents were always very active people and encouraged us to be very active as well. Myself and most of our siblings thrived in this lifestyle, but one of our brothers hated it. I'll call him Tom. Tom hated being outside, exercising, heat, wildlife, etc. Our parents always encouraged him to at least try something before deciding, but they let him skip things he insisted he didn't want to do. My brother I'm closest in age with and I wanted to do a snorkeling trip together. While planning, we decided to invite our youngest siblings as well, if our parents would pitch in a bit and were okay with us watching them. We didn't invite Tom, who's 22, though, because we knew he'd hate this trip and we figured he'd be busy with post-graduation plans and everything. In addition to snorkeling, we will also be hiking, rock climbing, and free diving on this trip. All of these activities are things Tom has expressly hates or even cannot safely do. I don't know what that means.
It's not agile enough.
Tom heard about the trip from our parents and is hurt that we didn't invite him. We explained that the trip would involve a lot of getting up early, which he hates, a lot of physical activity, which he hates, and very little to no lounging and comfort, his main priorities when vacationing. He said he could still come and do his own thing and meet us for dinner. We aren't planning on hitting any restaurants. I said if he wants, he can book his own room on the same dates, but we know he gets really upset when he's woken up early, so we don't want to share a room with him. We don't want to deal with it. He feels like we're bullying him for no reason, but we aren't trying to do that. We just want to have a good time. He says it's ridiculous that our brother in middle school and sister with special needs are considered better company than him, which isn't what we said at all, but that's how he's interpreting everything. Were we jerks to not invite him?
Yes. If he's the only one in the whole family, I mean, you could have invited him and let him say no if you don't want to go.
That's where I would
or if he says yes, then prepare him. Like, if you don't want to wake up early, you're going to have to get your own room and stuff.
Yeah. At least give him the option to say no. Yeah. It doesn't say how many siblings it just has out of all the siblings. They could have more than just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I don't know. Overall vote is the jerk.
Yeah, that was mean.
It says, I'd say you're the jerk because if I was in his shoes, I'd be feeling pretty hurt that my family excluded me without even giving me an option to discuss it. You made an assumption. Yeah.
Yeah, especially depending on where they're going. And they said the parents were going to like split the cost, so.
Yeah. For the middle school, for the younger kids.
Oh.
Not for them. I would at least want the option to say no or say, okay, I don't want to do what you're doing, but I'll go.
Yeah.
I'll hang out on the beach or wherever and read a book, lay in a hammock, sleep.
You're not planning on going to any restaurants for dinner? What are you going to eat?
That's what it says. We're not planning on hitting any restaurants.
What are you going to eat?
I don't know.
Just bringing your own food?
Room service? I don't know.
Like camping?
No time for that. Too much hiking.
It's all...
They're foraging berries.
Granola.
Yeah. If I had a bunch of siblings and they were all going somewhere except for me and they didn't even give me the option to say no, yeah. Yeah. I would say you're the jerk. Let's see. I'm going to pick one more. Okay, here. I'm going to do this one. Because, anyway. Am I the jerk for suing my sister over a poster my nephew destroyed?
Oh, man. What are these people doing with their lives? There's more important things going on in the world than this.
I know. But
a poster?
Mm-hmm.
Posters are like $2.99.
Well, here we go. My sister brought her kids over 2 weeks ago. In my office, I have a vintage Marvel poster signed by Stan Lee and the artist of the poster. The poster is over 30 years old. Her son saw this and thought it was really neat and wanted me to give it to him. I tried being diplomatic, but let him know that that would never happen. For certain reasons, my office door locks behind me and you need keys to open it. Fast forward to the next day. We're going to the park and I can't find my keys. We're looking around the house and I hear her daughter yell out, "Oh no!" And my sister and I go running. Her son has opened my office and climbed on the desk to get the poster down. In doing so, he managed to tear it in half. I'm furious. The poster is not only irreplaceable, I got it signed with my now deceased grandfather. It has a lot of sentimental value for me. My sister completely blew this off. She even started giggling when her daughter said, "Oh no," the second time, because she thought it was cute. She didn't offer me anything, not even an apology. Her argument is that I should have had my keys on me because I should have somehow expected that her son would try to take it down from the wall. Dad and his wife are firmly in my camp. Dad recognizes how important this was to me because it was only a few days before he suddenly passed away and was the last thing we did together. My mom and sister are acting like it's no big deal. When we moved into my house, I had it appraised and it was $3,000. Due to the condition and rarity of this particular poster, after Stanley's death, the value went up, but I did not have it reappraised. Now my sister's complaining to my mom that I'm being mean for going after her and not taking her offer to get a different Marvel poster and making her pay for it. Am I the jerk?
I don't know. Suing feels like a bit much.
Suing? Yeah.
It's still just a poster.
Yeah. I'm trying to put it in terms of my kids doing something. I don't know what you have that's worth $3,000 that they could ruin, or that I would let them, If you sued me over it, I'd probably be upset. Like, that's just a hassle in general.
You.
But the legal fees alone are going to be more than $3,000.
Yeah, unless you get a cheap lawyer.
Yeah. I would be very apologetic, and I would try to make up for it.
Yeah, well, see, that's different than the other sister.
Yeah, I mean, I get where he's like, she's not even like upset about it. Suing.
It's still just a poster.
Yeah. Like I said,
He ripped it in half?
Yeah.
It's not like that's like beyond repair. I mean, it's not going to be worth anything, but if it's the sentimental value, that's important anyways.
My thing is,
put it back together.
My thing is, if it was that valuable, was it not framed or like in a shadow box? Like, it sounds like it was just on the wall.
Yeah.
A $3,000 poster, not even, you obviously don't care about it that much. It's not even like pinned up with the little pokey things.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But the overall vote on this was not the jerk, which was kind of surprising.
People are petty and selfish.
Let's see. How old is your nephew? Not that you're the jerk regardless, but I am curious if this was a 5-year-old or a 12-year-old pulling this down. Kids only act like that when they haven't been raised right. Again, I would want to know the age of the child, but all in all, I think everyone sucks. That is an option on there. Is just the jerk, not the jerk, or everyone sucks. I think everyone sucks.
Yeah, everyone's the worst.
Everyone literally is the worst.
Move on. Tape it back together.
I'm like, let's see. What are we at? We got time for one more short one. Am I the jerk for not giving my sister a clean plate?
Clean plate for firsts?
No.
Okay.
At dinner last night, my sister wanted a second helping, so I took her plate and got her one. She was upset when she saw the plate and asked why I brought her a dirty plate. I said it was her plate that she was just eating off of. She said that was nasty and I should have gotten her a clean one. I think that since she was the one just eating off of it, it can't be that dirty. My father said that it was indeed ill-mannered, although said she was worse for calling me on it in front of everyone. I think it's silly to get a new plate. The germs on it were her own.
Yes, it's the same food.
We're not at a buffet, we're at home.
Yeah, what are you spitting on your plate?
Like what? We get seconds all the time. I've not once ever seen anyone in
our... Get a new plate.
Mom would be furious.
It's not like a fancy
Stop
restaurant.
dirtying up the dishes. Yeah.
Why are you eating seconds anyways?
There's no seconds here?
Yeah. You just filled your plate up enough the first time. if you wanted.
It says, unless you're at a buffet, and even then that rule has always seemed a little odd to me. As long as the serving dishes aren't touching your plate, what's the big deal?
Yeah, unless there's like a bunch of sauce that you don't want to get on something new. But
I mean,
if you're having the same thing, then...
Especially at home. Yeah. Come on now. Eat out of the pot. Who cares? Well, everybody stick a spoon in.
Just pour it on the table and just slurp it up.
We throw food from one person to the other. Straight from my hand to your mouth.
We're good at it.
We are really good at that.
Yeah.
We should join America's Got Talent for goldfish throwing or Skittles or whatever we throw.
We're going to throw
not actual goldfish.
Flying goldfish while they're flopping around.
Oh,
and then I'll spit them all back up. It'll be a magic trick.
After reading other people's siblings drama, though, I'm like, we're pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't have any really dumb people.
I'm glad we don't have any really dumb people
or
too.
like really petty people.
Yeah, I know.
That just care about dumb stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything our family has
That's
even.
where I would slap somebody in the face and be mean.
If
they're starting to care about stupid stuff like using your own plate a second time.
If I asked you to get me some more, and let's face it, you would, because you're always the gopher. Love you. Even with my children running around, mom's still like, Josh.
Have to go.
Yeah. If I was like, Josh, please give me a little bit more, and you brought me back my own plate, and I was like, pow, the rudest. I cannot believe you brought me my own plate back. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that'd be so weird. Your own plate. I'd be like, what if we're out of plates?
Everybody gets one plate.
Yeah, what if this is all the plates we got?
This is your assigned plate, ma'am. Eat off of it.
Yeah, it's just a plate.
You want me to wash your fork real quick,
too? It
too?
was even clean the first time.
Yeah.
Maybe I just wiped it off.
Oh my gosh. When I was at Chili's, a manager said that they had like a special needs person who rolled silverware for them. She would just come in, she'd get paid, and she'd just roll silverware. And one day he came in and she was like
licking the stuff off
to like clean it. And he was like, how long have you been doing that? She's like, I'm just cleaning it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never going out to eat again. But I'll eat at Taco Bell, so.
Yeah. They cannot
standards
be
are
with
high.
the way that they prepare food.
I'm sure not, but I just don't think about it. It tastes so good. Thanks for joining me today, Josh.
Yeah,
come back. We'll have a more serious episode. This was kind of just some spitfire questions, but we can dive into some deeper topics next time.
How exciting.
See you guys next time.